'cause I'm only human after all.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. The action tonight will be live from Salt Lake.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's interconference time, and before... Okay, David, thanks. A lot of experienced veterans in tonight's game, which brings up a question, Brent. We often see freshmen dominate in college, but it usually takes years for someone to have that same domination in the pros. Why the difference?
I don't know, Kevin. You've been watching the last 4 or 5 years. Doesn't it feel like the young guys are coming in and doing damage right away?
I see them exactly. Their fingerprints have never been more bold and impactful than right now.
I agree. The last decade has shown some of the incredible talent and young talent that the league has been able to find, and they've come in and done a remarkable job with each of their opportunities.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jabari Parker. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Teague in at point guard. Now here's Redick. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Butler. Utah with the rebound.
And we're able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night. And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
Yeah, and they certainly did that. What they lacked in offense, they more than made up with defensively. It wasn't pretty, but it was a win all the same. Take a look at the Knicks over the last few seasons, Kevin, and they just haven't gotten anything going. Last year, they thought they were in a good spot with the additions of Rose and Noah, but the team just couldn't string anything together, had a myriad of problems both on and off the floor.
Now here's Butler. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game, and the officials call a traveling violation. New York on D. 4-point game.
Playing on the road, always a challenge, but it becomes a heck of a lot easier when you can shoot the three ball the way they did.
I just like their confidence. Even when they did miss, it felt like that's the shot they were designing to get, so it never seemed to faze them.
Wall, no luck. Brent, for the Knicks, they go after big names to try and get a super team together. But unfortunately, they've been getting players on the downside of their career.
I think that's the head-scratching part of all this, Kevin, is that this is New York City, often referred to as the Mecca of basketball, yet free agents have avoided New York. They have not wanted to come and take on the pressure of helping to rebuild the franchise. And many of these issues stem from a disconnect between management and what's going on the floor.
And here's Wall. After J.J. Redick hitting the three, he got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Randall's got his first basket of the night. On defense, Utah. Outside Teague. Three-pointer. No good that time. So Utah will take it the other way. Pass to Wall. 1:25 left here in the first quarter. Here's Whiteside. The shot, no good. Good D by Lopez. And stolen by Whiteside. And Wall kicks to Randall. To the paint. Here's Whiteside. And sticking right with it. Gets the foul with the bucket. And he'll go to the line.
Well, the bio says 7 feet and 265. Whiteside usually finds a way to get the shot to go despite being hit, thanks to those numbers. Incredible strength.
And mostly with Whiteside on the offensive end, he's there to clean up the misses, finish a play with a dunk.
And the footwork of Whiteside continues to improve. He does a really good job of shielding the ball when stepping through towards the rim and gets himself in great position to collect lobs when the guys on the perimeter find some space in the gaps. And that's a huge target to throw the ball up to.
And it's Butler missing.
Well, the D did their job there. Excellent contest to alter the close ranger.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
The Jazz shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%. Yeah, easy to appreciate Wall, an all-star caliber talent who just fills up the stat sheet.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's the screen. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, that's a good call. Just keep arguing with the officials because they change that call all the time. Not.
Now the dish to Ingles. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. Here's T. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to Lopez. Over Whiteside.
That's just outstanding defense by Whiteside there to make sure the shot was not an easy attempt.
And so it's Utah holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be right back after this. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And the guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
Knicks trail by 8. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Jazz. Good and Ingles filling out the perimeter. Whiteside is out there with Randall. And it's Wall in at the 1. And Lopez gets it to go.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
Now here's Randall. Wall sets a screen for Randall. Here's Whiteside. Banked in off the glass. Whiteside's got the lead up to 8 now for Utah. And Brent, so often we talk about star power in the NBA. Who are some of the guys flying under the radar that could soon become that star power, that household name?
I think Indiana has an opportunity to hold on to a good one in Miles Turner, a center that just spent 1 year in college, has shown some signs of rapid improvement, and being in Indiana as a 5-man that can step out, shoot the mid-range jump shot, finish at the rim, handle the basketball. He is definitely a guy I have my eye on as taking the next step and being a star in this league.
Here is Whiteside. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Whiteside kicks to Ingles. 5 to shoot. No good that time. Some solid defense from Butler. They get a hand on it. He had stolen by Ingles. And now here comes Wall leading the break. Buries it down low. Wall's got 8 points.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
Now here's Redick. Parker kicks to Redick. Lopez a screen. The kick out to T. Off target from outside. Jazz leading by 8. Here's Hood. That's good. And so Wall with the assist.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And there are a lot of things to like about Hassan Whiteside's game, but one is his focus on his ability to rebound.
Well, so many nights where you look at the stat sheet and Whiteside collecting 15, 18, 20 rebounds. That is a guy who's dominating the glass, and that can give you confidence as a defender that your big man is going to take care of any miss.
Now here's Teague looking for his first basket still in this one. The feed now to Redick. Passes it to Parker. Lopez a screen. Shot clock at 5. Redick. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Well, it's all about the constant movement from Redick, skilled at getting to the space that he needs to shoot.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Lopez, a screen on Ingles. Lopez, a screen. Here's Butler. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. Butler's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, his shooting has been on target here in the second frame after not being able to get anything going in the first.
Hood kicks to Whiteside. Back to Hood. Here's the three. That one, no good. Now the Knicks take it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah. Here's Teague. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
No doubt you can see Teague get hit, but what focus to be able to knock down the shot afterwards.
The Knicks shooting their first foul shot of the night. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Wall kicks to Whiteside. Right wing. Randall dishes to Ingles. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Wall. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Wall's got 10 points.
And he's got one heck of a burst on his way to the bucket. Wall is at his best when he's driving the lane, going from 0 to 60 in an instant.
And the first half comes to a... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one. Utah finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They lead by 5. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, the shooting accuracy was on point. It was good play calling, of course, by the coaching staff, but it was great execution by the...
That's it for now as the second...
The streets and buildings of Salt Lake City lit up gorgeously as we welcome you back to the action here in Utah. Knicks trail by 5. Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Jimmy Butler. Teague out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Jabari Parker. And it's Lopez in at the center filling out the middle. Back to Parker. Lopez sets a screen for Parker. 4 on the clock. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Parker's got the first points to start out the third quarter for New York. Wall passes to Whiteside. Hood kicks to Whiteside. Dishes to Wall. And the pass to Ingles. Feeds it to Wall. Again, the miss by Wall.
And it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence.
And Redick kicks to Teague. He dishes it to Lopez. Butler in the corner. Over Ingles. Off the left rim and out. Jazz leading by 3.
And watching Jimmy Butler, he just offers so much on offense from a scoring standpoint. You know, obviously he can get to the rack and draw the defense to him. Also really improved his ability to knock it down from beyond. Just a complete offensive player.
Lopez with the block. And Redick kicks to Butler. Butler missing again.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And Greg, as you said, Butler is a threat to score from any part of the floor.
It's a bit of a dying art, though, hitting that mid-range jump shot. Butler also does a great job of getting to the line. That's increased over the course of his career. Just a well-rounded offensive player.
The fader. That one a little long.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for New York.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
Ingles dishes the Wall. Right side, a screen on Teague, and Wall. Here we go now. Excellent use of the screen that time. Wall's got 13.
Credit to Whiteside on the screen there. He really frees up the look for his teammate.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Screen by Parker. Lopez, a screen on Wall. Right side, Butler. He can't get that one, and Utah the other way now. They've led by as much as 10.
Right now he's just out of sync. A lot of shots rimming out. He's got to try to find something different.
Hood kicks to Wall. Off the pick. Again, the miss by Wall. Knicks trail by 6.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
Working the clock is one element, but you also want to get as good a shot as you can. The defense looking at him like a Rubik's Cube. They cannot figure him out. He continues to light him up from the field. More importantly, they're winning.
Lopez passes to Butler, and they pick up 2. Butler's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, he's 1 for 5 in the quarter, and his body language is saying a lot about where his confidence is. Rattled just a little bit. Maybe the next open look will start him up.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Randall dishes to Whiteside. Whiteside sets the pick for Wall. Another shot, and it's laid in by Whiteside. He's got 7.
Not sure if physically you could put Whiteside's game in a nutshell. A guy who hustles and tracks down hard rebounds and then turns them into easy points for his team.
The 3rd quarter comes to a close. Jazz lead by 8. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Our activity defensively has been...
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The 4th quarter of play getting started. Utah leading by 8. Hood and Ingles filling out the perimeter. Julius Randle is out there with Whiteside, and it's Wall in at the point. That's the group right now for Utah. Picked by Randle. Nice ball movement by Utah. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Hood. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Reddick.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead. He needs to find himself out there.
Utah shooting at 50% in a decent crew. Ingles with the ball. Butler covering. Out to the wing. And Wall kicks to Hood. The three-pointer no good. Knicks trail by 8. Parker left side. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays.
There's not a lot of question about Jabari Parker's talent, a versatile forward with a tremendous drive.
Lopez a screen. Teague kicks to Reddick. Back to Teague. Outside Butler. Lopez a screen on Ingles. Here's Butler. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
And the versatility of Butler, just impressive. Solid at finding ways to get inside and finish at the rim.
Hood, the pass to Randle. Picked by Randle. Ingles kicks to Hood. On the wing, Ingles. Outside, Wall. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And Wall, just a talented offensive player, someone who lights up the shot chart from just about every area.
Butler sets a screen for Teague. He feeds it to Butler. Lopez against Whiteside. Lopez dishes to Butler. The kick out to T. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
And really just when the fans were starting to get into this game, how about the silencer at the other end for a potential game-saving three?
Right side a screen. Hood, the pass to Whiteside. No good off the pick.
The defense was in the area, but not really effective. Has to put away this layup.
Parker kicks to Reddick. Pass to Lopez. Screen by Parker. They set the pick. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Jazz leading by 4. Ingles dishes to Hood. Here's Wall. And Wall with the slam.
And he can just fly. Well, we know that about Wall now, that he's got plenty of ways to finish at the rim once he gets up, and beyond.
Butler a screen on Ingles. Butler kicks to Lopez. 1:02 left to play here in the fourth. Lopez sets a screen for Butler. Over to Wall. And it comes off the front of the rim. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Down low. Right side, no good.
And at a certain point, there's just nothing more you can do.
Well, they're nearing that point right now. Everything would have to go perfectly just to give them a shot.
Money! And now they trail by just 4.
Parker playing with a ton of confidence, and these are the moments that the team looks to him to get things like that done.
And now we've got the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Was short on those free throws, extending that lead and making it comfortable.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They trail by 6. There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Well, I mean, if they can score, then they're going to have to foul immediately.
Well, I'm sure that's part of the discussion, not whether to foul, but maybe who.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Takes the 13-footer, rebounded by the Jazz. They've led by as much as 10, and now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
It'd take a miracle at this point.
Right, with this deficit and this late in the game, their time has already passed.
Outside, Wall. And so it's Utah with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.